Today I'm creating beautiful cardinal decor using decoupage paper from Sonnet's December's Maker's Box for easy winter DIYs. Welcome to the Chic Show. I've had this little Dollar Tree frame in my stash for a while. So I removed the back and I'm going to be painting the frame with park bench. But before I do that, I'm going to scuff it up just a little bit with my finger sander so that paint will adhere. Then I'm going to be painting the backing to the frame in Snowdrop. I'm choosing these two cardinals from the Cheerful 5 by the Painted Photographer, and I'm going to be adhering this just with a simple glue stick to the backing. Now I painted this white so that those colors will really pop through that rice paper. Once I place this back into the frame, I'll embellish everything with a little bit of gold. I used gold gilding wax along the edges on the outside of the frame and the inside as well. I chose a gilded transfer of a snowflake to add to the top in this negative space above the birds. I like how this little transfer gave it a little something extra. This is also a piece from one of the dollar stores. I believe this was from Dollar General. I love these arch pieces. So I'm going to coat the middle of it with just some white chalk paint, and then using the napkin from the Maker's Box, I'm using one of the birds and I'm just kind of tracing around that with my finger so I know exactly where I want to cut the napkin. Napkins normally have 2 or 3 plies. This one had 2, and I did remove one of the plies, so I'm left with just the top ply, which has the print on it. Now I'm using the milk paint in Scarlet, and I've mixed that up, equal parts of water and powder, and I'm just going to paint the outside of the frame. Now I'm adding a coat of liquid patina to all parts of this wood piece so that everything will have the same finish. Once it completely dries, I'm going to go back with my napkin and use the iron-on method. Now that the liquid patina is dry, I removed that other ply of the napkin and I'm placing it down onto that dried liquid patina. I'll cover it up with a piece of Teflon and proceed to ironing over the top to reactivate that liquid patina so that the napkin will adhere. Now I did not use Mod Podge for this because Mod Podge is a lot thicker and I have a lot more trouble with my napkin tearing when I do that. Once the surface is cool, I'll go back over the top of the napkin with more of that liquid patina so everything has that same finish. Just to give it a little definition, I did sand over the edges, around the edges of this arched piece. The liquid patina is dry, and I'm going to go back with some clear wax, and I'm using this so that when I add some dark wax, I can wipe that dark wax back a little bit easier. So I am now going over it with the dark wax, and that clear wax acts as kind of an eraser so that that dark wax doesn't settle too far down in there. But I do want this to have kind of an aged aged effect to it. So I'll go back with a dry paper towel and wipe back that dark wax. I have one more little addition for this cardinal. I'm going to be stamping on to this little piece of paper. It's a thin piece of cardboard, and I'm going to be stamping on the words, "Angels are near." I do want this to stand out a little bit from the piece, so I'm adding these little pieces of wood that I will glue together and then glue onto the piece and then glue the little sign on top of it. Here I am just accenting the edges of the tag with my stamp pad. This would make a great little gift for someone who has lost someone dear to them. I have lots of books in my stash, and I chose to use this one. It is all white already, so I'm only going to be painting over the spine, and I am using that snowdrop. I chose a section of Songbird Studies by Roy Cycle decoupage paper, and I'm going to be decoupaging that onto the front of this book. Before that, I am going to be using crinoline to repaint that spine just so that it matches the decoupage paper a little bit better. I'm also rough tearing that edge on the left there so that it will kind of blend into the spine. Now I have sprayed my decoupage paper with a little bit of water, and now I'm using liquid patina to brush on the top of the book to make a little starter strip. Once I have that on there, I will pull that damp paper over the top, and then I will use what's left on my brush to brush that liquid patina on top of the decoupage paper. Of course, once I have done that, I'll continue with the same method for the bottom half of the paper. I am going to set this aside to dry completely before I move on to the next step. Using IOD's Apothecary stamps, I am going to be stamping on the word winter, so I want my paper to be completely dry. I did have a little overhang of my paper, so I'm using my finger sander just to sand away the edges. You could also use scissors if you have a nice sharp pair of scissors and a steady hand. Using a gilded transfer for the spine of the book, and I chose one that says Peace on Earth. And I have found that a wood stick or a popsicle stick, something like this, works best for these gilded transfers. I use my finger to kind of pat down on the top of the transfer so that I don't run the risk of rubbing anything away that may not be completely adhered. Now I'm just taking some scrap transfers and rubbing those around in random places on the book. I love how this gives the book an instant upgrade without affecting anything in between the pages. This is a frame that I've had for many years, and I love the color of it, but the pattern I'm not crazy about. And just so happens, Apothecary is almost the exact color of this frame, so I'm just going to paint over the top of the pattern. And I'm also going to be using this section of Songbird Studies by Roar Cycled. I have already traced around the center of the frame so that I can get the bird that I want into the frame in the right place. So I'm just going to cut this out, and then I am going to be painting the back of it with white chalk paint just so the colors will pop. I didn't want to decoupage it onto the backing of this frame just in case I wanted to switch it out one day. And again, that white paint will allow the colors of the decoupage paper to really pop. Now I'm going to add these gilded transfers to the front of my frame, one to each side. Of course, then I decided to go ahead and decoupage the paper down to the backing. So you could have just painted the backing and then let that dry and added your liquid patina or Mod Podge or whatever you choose to use there. You can also paint the backing of the paper as I did here. The end result is the same, but painting the backing of the frame is probably easier. Now, once everything is dry, I used my Teflon and I placed that over the decoupage paper and used my little mini iron to make sure that everything was adhered down. And as you can see, that top little corner did not adhere down, so I'll add a little bit more Mod Podge and iron over that once again. And once I add this back into the frame, we have a lovely piece of cardinal artwork. I bought several of these 4x4 canvas frames from Michael's quite a while ago, and I'm going to be painting around the edge and the top edge of the canvas using crinoline. I'll be using Connie's rice paper, which is called Midnight Glow for this project. And I'm using the wet tear method, so just a wet paintbrush, and then I'm tearing away around the edges of the paper so that it will fit onto my canvas. Now, I like to paint it on the back because I can see exactly where that water line is a little bit better, and it just seems to tear better for me that way. Now I've spritzed my paper, and now I'm going to add the liquid patina using that starter strip and then working my way down just as I have done before. DIY paint does need to be sealed, so I'm going ahead and sealing that with the liquid patina as well. Once everything has dried, I'm using my little tiny stamps. These are like clickable stamps, but they're cheaper. They're from Amazon. They don't stay together very well, but they work okay. And I am stamping on the words, "Let your light shine." Using a little bit of gold rub and buff, I went around the edges, and I also brushed a little bit over where the light was shining. If you love cardinal home decor, decoupage DIYs, and simple seasonal crafts, be sure to like, subscribe, and come back for more creative projects using Sonnet's Maker's Box. If you're looking for another video to watch, I recommend this one right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.